Let's go ahead and spit it up. Ah, nice and tall. Crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling. And let's begin by rolling those shoulders. So let's go and roll the shoulders back. Good, and then go ahead and roll that forward. And roll that back. And roll that forward. And then go ahead and crunch the shoulders up to the ears. And release that down. And again, crunch that up. And then release that down. Good, drop that chin down towards the chest. And then lift the head up, eyes to sky. And drop the chin down towards the chest. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. No, kitty, stop. Bring that head back to center. It's like, yeah, they want to put their claws all over my mat. Go ahead and drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. And then drop that chin to chest. And then left ear to left shoulder. And then drop that chin to chest. And let's do some neck circle, half neck circles here. So taking that from side to side. Do it, don't do it. No, you keep going with the neck circles. Good, go ahead and drop that chin back to chest. Lift that head up center. And let's look over to the right. Thinking about the chin going over towards that right shoulder. And then to the left. Chin going over towards the left shoulder. And then bring that back to center. Roll the shoulders back again. And then go ahead and roll that forward again. Good, shake that out. And let's go ahead and inhale and sweep our arms up nice and big. And then exhale and press this down. And inhale and sweep that up. And exhale and press. And inhale and sweep it up. And exhale and press. And inhale and sweep that up. And as we exhale, let's go ahead and clasp our hands behind us, opening up that chest, lengthen through those arms, and go ahead and drop that chin down towards the chest. Lift that head up to center, look over to the right, and look over to the left. And back to center, drop that right ear to right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. Bend at those elbows. Let's take our hands over to right waist and squeeze that elbow back. And switch. And squeeze that elbow back. Good, go ahead and release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale and press that. Inhale and sweep it up. And exhale, clasp those hands behind us again, opening up that chest. Go ahead and drop that chin back down towards the chest. And lift that head up to center. Look over to the left. And then look to the right. Head back to center. Drop left ear to left shoulder. And then right ear to right shoulder. Head back to center, bend those elbows, take our hands over to left waist, squeeze that elbow back. And then switch sides, squeeze that elbow back. And then release that. Go ahead and shake that out. Inhale and sweep those arms up. Let's go ahead and drop our right hand to our left thigh. Yes, no, left hand to right thigh. Right hand follows your spine down. And let's do a first little spinal twist to the right. And breathe it here. And bring that back to center. Inhale and sweep it up. Let's take it to the other side. Let's go ahead and drop our right hand to our left thigh, left hand behind us, and spinal twist. And breathe. And bring that to center. Inhale and sweep it up. Let's do that one more time each side. So go ahead and twist that to the right and maybe twisting it a little bit deeper this time. Feeling that up and down the spine and the neck, shoulders. And then inhale, lift this up. And then twist to the other side. And inhale, lifting this up. And release that. Good. Inhale, sweep it up nice and big. Let's go ahead and drop our right hand down to the floor and lengthen over with that left arm. Let's keep that left glute and leg glued towards the floor. And if you're sitting on your pillow, then just think about still pressing that hip and glute into the left side. And let's inhale and sweep this up. Take it to the other side. So dropping.
Just say the wait word then asking.
Dropping that left hand down. Reach this over. Good. Inhale, lift it. Let's do that one more time each side. So go and drop that right down and reach the left. And inhale, drop the left down and reach with the right. And inhale it up. Clasp our hands at the top and let's press our palms towards the ceiling. And you can exhale as you lengthen up through the torso, up through the spine, up through that rib cage. It's harder to do it sitting on the pillow. Let's inhale deeply here. And exhale, sigh it out. And again, inhale deep. And exhale, sigh it out. And one more time, inhale deeply here. And exhale, sigh it out. Good. Bringing our arms down in front of us. Go ahead and rotate those wrists. And rotate the other way. Bring our arms out. Make a nice bicep curl. And let's open up that chest. Seated cat and cow. So opening this up and go ahead and then round the spine, take our chin to chest. And we'll just do this a few times. So let's go ahead and open this. And then go ahead and round that. And open that and round it. Good. Go ahead and open that back up. Take our arms out, take our palms, press them down, roll those shoulders back. Good, and roll that forward. Very nice. If you're sitting on something, you can go ahead and get off that. And let's go ahead and lean it back and do some windshield wipers with those legs. So taking our feet as wide as our hips or wider, so whatever feels most comfortable for you, and dropping our knees from side to side. Good, let's go ahead and keep that right foot in front, zigzagging, and sitting up tall. And go ahead and twist to the left first. So let's get a left twist in here, sitting up tall, twisting to the left, maybe leaning into that left a little bit. And then sit at the up tall center, and let's go ahead and do a nice big twist to the right. So that hip, inner thigh, glute, lift up off of the mat. And maybe twisting that head, maybe those eyes can look over the shoulder even further. Breathing deep. Good, and then go ahead and bring this back to center, and let's go quick for 4 to the right. So let's take it for 4 and center, 3 and center. It's 2 and center, and last 1 and center. Good. Go ahead and lean that back here again, and then let's go ahead and windshield wiper those legs again. So taking this from side to side. Very nice. Let's keep that left leg in front. Sit this up tall and kind of twist to the right a little bit. Or shift your weight over to the right, get a good stretch here first, and then we'll do that big twist to the left. So go ahead and twist that to the left, and that hip and glute, inner thigh can come off of that, and take your eyes and look back a little further over that shoulder. And then bring this back to center, and let's quick twist for 4. Take it for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center, and last 1 and back to center. Good. Lean it back here again, and windshield wiper those legs again. Just like that. And good. Let's go ahead and take our legs nice and long. Keep our knees bent though. Flex through our feet, lengthen up through our arms. So let's reach up through our fingers, and we're going to hinge this forward and lengthening through the spine. So shoulders are going to go down and back to their sockets. Lengthen out through the spine first. And then let's inhale, lift this up, slightly leaning back, and exhale, hinge this forward. Inhale up, and exhale, hinge. Inhale up, and exhale, hinge. Inhale up, and exhale, hinge. Inhale up. Hold this here. Go ahead and drop our left hand to our right thigh, right hand behind us, and you can exhale as we do a long twist here. And then inhale back to center, hinge it forward. Inhale, lift. Hold this here, and dropping this to the other side, you can exhale as we do that long twist to the left. And bring this back to center, inhale, and hinge this forward, and inhale, and release our arms down. Now we'll lengthen through those legs, so fully lengthen. Keep our legs nice and straight, sit this up tall, flex through our feet, and find our staff pose here. So now fully engaging the core. Let's do 4 breaths in the staff pose. Inhale here. And then exhale it out. We keep those feet flexed. Inhale here. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale deeply. And exhale it out. Good. Releasing our arms down to our side. Let's bring our right leg in. Go ahead and give that the right leg a nice big hug. And then let's take our right over left. Wrap that left arm around and twist it to the right. And now we are getting deeper twist, deeper stretch into that glute and hamstring. Keep that left foot flexed and active. Kick over that shoulder. The giant mosquito. Good, bring this back to center and let's go ahead and twist it towards the inside. And I'm going to bring that to center. Let's take the bottom of the foot to the inside of that left thigh. Sit this up tall, still flexing with that left foot. And peace fingers either going to reach for that toe or hand to the shin. And you can have that other hand on the lowest rib, or you can be reaching over. Or if your flexibility is not letting you go there today, you can be right here. Again, hand on shin. Try not to put it on knee joints. Put it on shin or thigh. Just trying to get that inner thigh stretch a little bit and a little bit of a stretch the right side of the body. Let's go ahead, windmill, right arm back behind us and take that left hand to that right thigh, sit this up tall. And then take this back to center and let's go to staff pose for 4 breaths again. Sit it up tall, lengthen up through our arms and inhaling it here and exhaling it out. And again, inhale deeply and exhale. 2 more times, inhale here and exhale. And 1 more time, inhale it here and exhale it out. Good, release our arms down. Let's bring our left leg in. Give that a big hug. Keep that right foot flexed and active. And then let's take our left over right, wrap our right arm and then twist to the left. Looking over that shoulder and breathe. And twist that towards the inside. Right there, good. And bring this back to center. Let's go ahead and take the bottom of the foot to the inner thigh. Sit that up tall and peace fingers either for big toe, hand to shin. And reaching over. And windmill that arm down, let's take our right hand to our left thigh and sit it up tall here, maybe a twist. And then release that. Good. Let's lean it back here into a nice boat pose. Grab a block, because we'll go down on our backs for bridge work as well. But let's go into boat first. Let's do a few breaths in our boat pose. Keep our heels on the floor. Lengthen through our arms, shoulders down and away. And let's go ahead and breathe it here. 4 breaths. Inhale deep. And exhale it out. And maybe on that exhale, you can lean it back a little further. Inhale deep. And exhale it. 2 more times. Inhale deep. And exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale deep. And exhale. Good. Release that, sit it up tall, hinge that forward, get just a little bit of a good stretch right there, hip flexors. And then let's take it onto our backs. Grab your block, take the block between the knees, take it down for some bridge. Line our feet up with our knees with our hips, hands, elbows, triceps right by our torsos. And then let's go ahead, lift that pelvis up towards the ceiling. So lifting that up, take our shoulders underneath us, damp into that nice strong bridge. First good bridge today, sitting that or lifting that up. Feet are planted onto the floor. Let's 1 vertebrae at a time begin to slowly imprint that spine into the floor, taking that down. Pelvis goes down last. And then go ahead and lift that back up. Let's do this a few more times. So go ahead and take that down, imprinting that into the floor, and then lifting this up. And then take that down again, imprinting that into the floor, and then lifting that. And then go ahead and take that down again, imprint that into the floor, and lift that up. And then taking that down, imprinting that into the floor. And go ahead and lift this up and hold. Holding here in this nice strong bridge. Let's press our feet into the floor, press our toes into the floor, and lift our heels up off of the floor. Wake up those heels, or wake up those calves actually. And then go ahead and flatten back through the feet, press through our heels, lift our toes. Wake up our shins, fronts of the legs, also those quadriceps, hip flexors. And then flatten back through those feet. And then slowly lower that pelvis down into the floor. Keeping that block, go ahead and lift those legs. So we're squeezing that block still. Hands behind our head, but just barely touching the head. So you're not holding your head, barely touching. And we're going to lift with our chest and chin. So we're going to lift up, give it a nice big crunch here. And then lower that upper body, lower the lower body. So we're going to do a few of these crunches and we're going to bring it in together. So go ahead and bring this in for a crunch and then lower this down and try and keep that low back pressed to the floor. Crunch this up and then lower this down. And again, crunch that up and lower that down. And crunch that up. And lower that down and crunch that up and lower that down. Let's go ahead and place our hands by our sides. We're just going to do lower body. So kind of tuck that tailbone under. So we're going to lift legs up, keep our feet flexed, or actually go ahead and point those toes. And then bring this down to where the toes touch the floor. So you're dipping your toes in the water and then bring this back up. And let's do 4 of these. So go ahead and dip those toes. And then bring this back up. So focusing on the lower part of the abdominals and the legs and lift that up. 2 more times, dip those toes and lift that up. And 1 more time, dip those toes and lift that up. Good, go ahead and actually keep those legs up. Now you can flex those feet that are in the air. And we're going to do upper body now. So crunch this towards that block. And take that down. We're going to do 3 more times. Crunch this in towards the block. And take that down. 2 more times. Crunch this in towards the block. And take that down. 1 more time. Crunch this in. And take that down. Good. Lower that lower body. Very nice. Release that block. Reach behind that right thigh. And lengthen through the left leg. So go ahead and pull that right thigh into your chest. Give that a nice big hug here. And then switch sides. Nice big hug on this other side. And then switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Good. Reach behind both, chin to chest, forehead to the knees. Very nice. And then go ahead and release that. Pressing ourselves up. We're going to come back into boat pose, this time single leg boat pose. So still focusing on that core. It's really funny. Lengthen through this right here. Let's go ahead, keep our left heel down, lift our right leg up. And 2 breaths here. Inhale deep. And exhale it out. And inhale deep. And exhale it out. Good. Release that. Sit it up tall and kind of hug yourself forward. So round your spine. Oh, yeah. So good. Good. And then go ahead and let that go. And we'll do the other side. So pressing our right heel into the floor. Let's lean it back, lift our left leg up. 2 breaths here. Inhale deep. And exhale. And inhale deep. And exhale. Good. Going to release that. Hinge that forward, hug that. We're going to do one more of the boats, but this time we're going to try it with both of our legs up. So let's lean it back, 2 breaths as we lift and balance here. Inhale deep. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale deep. And exhale. Good. Simple cross leg. Sit this up tall and hinge this forward. Oh, yeah. Good. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves forward right here. So we're going to come onto all fours and do some cat and cow and then some balance. So we've got our shoulders over our wrists, our hips are over our knees. Let's go ahead and drop that belly to the floor, take our eyes to the sky. And round that spine, take that chin to chest, exhale. And drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine. And drop that belly. And round that spine. And drop that belly. And round that spine. And drop that belly. And round that spine. Good, bring it back. Nice and flat. Let's lengthen through our right leg. So lift our right leg up, flex through that foot, lengthen through left arm. Hold this balance here. Then let's go ahead and take our elbow to our knee and let's go for 6 times. So bring this in for 6 and reach. It's 5 and reach. 4, reach. 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach. And last one, let's reach it right here and hold. Good, release the arm and release the leg. And we'll take it to the other side. So go ahead and lift our left leg up, flex through that foot, lengthen through right arm. Good. And elbow to knee 6 times here. So bring this in for 6 and reach. It's 5 and reach. 4 and reach. 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach. And last one. Let's reach it and hold it. And I'm going to release the arm, release the leg, take it back into a child's pose. So glutes go back towards heels and lengthen out through arms. Reach through our fingers, fingertips. And breathe. Looking at our fingers, let's walk both our hands over to the right. Take our left hand on top of that right hand and get that left glute to the left heel. And then same thing, other side. So walk that over to the left, take our right hand on top of our left hand and right glute to right heel. And then bring this back to center. Very nice. And then bring ourselves up. We're gonna go into gate pose and then modified half moon balance. So in our gate pose, we are on our knees. Let's go ahead and take our, let's go with our right leg. Let's take our right leg off to the side. And that toe can be to the front, to the side, but you want your foot pressed into the floor. And let's lengthen up right here. Nice gate pose. Reach up through this. Oh yeah. Very good. And then let's go ahead and take our left hand, take this down, and we'll go into that modified half moon. So reaching up through our arm, you can keep your leg down or go ahead and bring that up into that balance. Or bring it up really high and give yourself a cramp. Breathe it right here. And you're done. It's like you're moving too much. Good. Go ahead and drop that leg down and reach this over. Oh, yeah. Good. Go ahead and release that. Let's switch sides. So take that over. So left foot either to the front, to the side. Reaching up through this, lengthen up through those arms. Up through that leg, and let's go take a right hand, take that down, reach up through this, through the left arm, and you can keep that foot down, or you can lift that leg up and breathe. Good, and then go ahead and release that down and reach this over. Very nice, good, and then go ahead and release that. Let's move into our sun salutations. So go ahead and place your blocks where you want them for when we get there. And we're going to go into our downward facing dog, our first down dog. Let's curl our toes under, keep our knees bent, and lift our tails up to the sky so that you can lengthen through your spine. Crown of the head down towards the floor. Tail is lifting towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Lengthen through that spine. Imagine that the vertebrae are lengthening, getting longer, making that spine longer. And then let's begin to pedal our feet. And so heels pedaling down towards the floor, waking up those legs, backs of the legs, waking up those ankles and shins. Good, and then go ahead and drop our heels down towards the floor. Relax that face. Lifting up on our toes, keep our heels high. Let's drop both of our heels over to one side. And then lift that back up and drop heels over to the other side. And then lift that back up. And then let's go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands until we are in standing forward fold towards the front of your hands. Go ahead and allow those arms just to dangle for the beginning right here into ragdoll. Planting our feet, so plant big toe, plant little toe, plant heel, plant foot to the floor. Allow those arms to dangle, folded in half right here. Go ahead and take opposite elbow with the opposite hand, make a frame for that head. And breathe. Still breathing very deeply, allowing that back rib cage to expand. Good, go ahead and release those arms, let those arms dangle. Grab those blocks. Let's inhale, flattening our backs, looking forward into a nice tabletop. And then exhale, release this into fold. Good, inhale back into that tabletop. Exhale and release. And again, inhale into that tabletop. And exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up big. Exhale, cactus arms. So cactus those arms back, imagining those shoulder blades can touch. And then inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Our right foot's going to stay forward and our left foot's going to go back into a nice lunge. Let's keep that left hand on the block or on the floor and go into a spinal twist over to the right. So nice spinal twist here to the right. Stretch all over. Good, bring this back to center and let's take our right foot back to meet our left foot into a top of plank. Hold this top of plank here and we're going to saw it forward. So we're going to saw forward for 4. So you're getting a good wrist stretch here, 2, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Dropping to our knees, uncurling our toes, take our hearts to the floor. So arms are right by that rib cage. Bring that heart up off the floor. Curl the toes under, but then press into a nice downward facing dog. Roll the down dog here. And breathe. Enjoy this inversion. Head lower. Very good. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward, fold the front edge of the mat. Let's inhale, flatten through the spine, look forward, nice tabletop, and exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up, cactus those arms back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release. Our left foot's going to stay forward. Our right foot's going to go back into lunge. Right hand goes on the floor or the block. Left foot spinal twist to the left. And then go ahead and bring this back to center. Take that foot back to the other foot to top of plank. You're going to saw it forward one more time. So let's take it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop to front of the knees, uncurl our toes, take the heart down, and go ahead and lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. Enjoy this down dog. And then go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward, fold front edge of the mat. Good. Inhale, flattening through that back. Forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Cactus those arms as you exhale. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flatten through that back. Exhale and release. Right foot stays forward, left foot goes back into lunge. Let's drop our back heel. Line up our front heel with our back foot arch. And now let's bring ourselves up into a nice warrior one. So hips are squared over that front thigh and lengthening up through those arms. Nice warrior one. Good. From this warrior one, let's go ahead and open into proud warrior, warrior two, centered weight. Very nice. Peaceful warrior. So let's go ahead and drop that back arm. Take our palm up and reverse warrior. There. Breathe. And let's lengthen through both of our legs. So both of our legs are now straight. And go ahead and windmill this down. Hand can be to the shin, or feel free to use a block here as we take this into triangle. And breathe. And let's go ahead and bring ourselves back up, back into warrior two, warrior. And then let's windmill our arms down towards the floor. Take our right foot back to meet our left foot into top of the plank. Shift that weight forward, drop your front to the knees, uncurl our toes, take the heart down, lift that heart up, curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog. Very good. Let's center our weight here in our down dog and lift our right leg up, bend at our right knee and drop our right heel over towards the left glute. Bring our bent knee back to center and let's go ahead and sweep this through and take this into a pigeon on the floor. Always feel free to use support underneath that glute if you would like. Be on your hands, on your elbows, or all the way down onto the floor and breathe into this pigeon. We're going to press ourselves halfway up and we're going to swing our leg around into pretzel. So let's go ahead and take that back leg and swing this around, bring that around and trying to get both of our glutes down towards the floor, sitting that up and breathe. And let's go ahead and take that top leg, swing that back, and press ourselves back up into a downward facing dog. And breathe that here. And let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward, fold, front edge of our mat. Good, let's inhale, flatten that back, get forward. And then exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, lift this up. And exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Keep our left foot forward, take our right foot back, drop our right heel, and let's line up for warrior one on this side. So bring ourselves up Hips are squared and reaching up into warrior. And from here, let's go ahead and open this into proud warrior, warrior 2. Drop that back arm, take our palm up and reach this for peaceful warrior. And release that front leg. Go ahead and tilt this down into triangle. And then go ahead and bring this back up. Back into warrior 2. Good, and then when we wheel our arms down, let's take that left foot back to meet that right foot into top of the plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to front of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take the heart down, lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Good, center our weight. Go ahead and lift our left leg, bend at that knee and drop our left heel over towards that right glute. Bring that bent knee back to center. Go ahead and sweep this through and take this into pigeon. And you can be on your hands, elbows are all the way down on the floor. And remember, feel free to use support underneath that glute. I'm going to press ourselves up. Let's swing this back leg around and take this into pretzel on this side, trying to get both of our glutes to the floor and sit that up and then let's go ahead and take that top leg, swing that back around and press ourselves back up into downward facing dog. Good, take ourselves back into plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to front of the knees, uncurl the toes, take the heart down and lift that heart up. And we're going to take this into Sphinx. So onto our elbows. Let's do some lower back strengthening, whole back strengthening, but onto those elbows. Nice low back stretch here. And then let's go ahead, lengthen through our arms, lengthen through our legs. So let's take this down. And we're going to lift left arm and right leg. So lifting this up into a nice isometric hold. So strengthening right here and breathe. And then release that down. Let's take it to the other side. Put in a lift up, right arm, left leg. And breathe. And then release that. Let's do that one more time each side. So left arm, right leg, lift and breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. And then release that and other side. So right arm, left leg, and breathe. And then release that. Good. Hands by chest. Let's press ourselves back into a nice child's pose, glutes towards heels. In this child's pose, let's go ahead and take our arms by our sides, palms facing up, drop those elbows off to the side. And then go ahead and take those hands right by those knees, press ourselves up, and let's take ourselves onto our backs for some legs. So go ahead and take the strap, and then we'll move into final relaxation too. So grab whatever you need for that, for final relaxation. Lay down onto our backs, grabbing that strap. Let's go ahead and take our strap around our right foot. Go ahead and pull that knee into the chest. Good. And then press up through that heel to the ceiling. Pull the leg towards you. Let's keep the strap in the left hand and go ahead and drop that leg across the body. Deep spinal twist here. Take our right arm off to the side and look to the right if it's available to you. If it feels okay for your neck, but breathe here. Recognizing maybe where you might feel super tight. It can be different. Most of the time I feel it in my back, but today in my glutes. I worked my glutes yesterday, so they're very sore the whole day. So that's where I'm feeling all my stretches. So think about breathing. If you've got any tightness or soreness, wherever you're feeling this at, think about breathing into those areas, sending your breath there. Or when you're inhaling, expanding that open as much as you can. And then when you exhale, releasing any of that tension that's left. And continue to breathe. Bring that leg back to center and pull that towards you. Let's bend at the other leg, release that strap. Let's reach behind the foot, behind the knee, and imagine that we are folding that leg onto the belly or the chest. And go ahead and release that. Let's take the strap around the other foot. So taking that around left foot, pull that in. Press through our heel to the ceiling, pull the leg towards you. Let's go ahead and keep that strap in the right hand and drop this across the body. Deep twist here. And looking to the left. Being on this side, I don't feel it on my glute, I feel it in the back. So breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Or hamstring, actually. And bring that leg back to center. Pull it towards you, bend at the other leg, release that strap. Let's reach behind the foot, behind the knee. Imagine folding the leg onto the belly, the chest. And then go ahead and release this, and let's move it into final relaxation. So grab, if you've got your eye pillow, regular pillow, blanket, whatever you need, just for the next few moments of relaxation. You can place that eye pillow over your eyes, get that nice heaviness in the face. Let's lengthen through our fingers towards one end of the room, reach through our feet, to our toes, heels, towards the other end. Lifting that low back up off the floor, make some space between your low back and the floor. Nice long rib cage here, really reach through that. And inhale deeply. With an exhale, sink and settle and allow yourself a few moments of quiet. Release your jaw, relax your face. Relax any tension anywhere. Still relaxing. Go ahead and bend your knees. And drop those knees over to your most comfortable side. Take yourself onto your side. And a few breaths here. And then slowly begin to bring yourself up into a seated pose. Sitting up tall and strong, lengthening up through your spine. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up big. Bring those palms together and drop those hands down in front of the heart. Take our chin to chest. And go ahead and lift that head up to center. Take our fingers to our forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Taking our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. And taking our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply here. And exhaling it out. And one more time, big deep inhale. And a nice cleansing exhale. And you are done. Have a blessed Thursday. And yeah, see you